Welcome to NocBro Nation, and today we're here to do a predictions video for The Walking Dead, issue 168, A Road's End.
Road's End.
Road's End.
Road's End. But before we get to that, we're going to do a brief overview of 167. So if you've not read it, please be aware. Spoilers are coming if you haven't read 167. Yes. So we're just doing a brief overview.
Alert.
Yes.
Okay?
So,
all right. So what happens in 167? So a certain doom. Obviously, sad issue. Andrea dies. We start off the issue with, most importantly, Dwight walking in and seeing Sherry dead. So Dwight walks in, sees Sherry dead, asks Rick what happened. Rick says, she tried to attack me. Right. And we get that ominous look from Dwight, right?
That hard stare look like, dude, I don't believe you. What did you just freaking do?
Poor Dwight, though.
Yeah, poor Dwight. Definitely poor Dwight. Yeah.
So after that, though, we go through, obviously, the whole thing of Andrea, her getting sick, having the fever, turning. Rick just having a hard time with it, her telling Carl, don't get too attached to people, live your own life, people saying goodbye to Andrea. We see Rick get totally broken down, can't continue to go on, right? It takes Andrea, multiple times to wake up out of her freaking sickness and say, no, you will do this shit.
As a reader, as I'm reading it, I'm like, come on, Rick, I believe in you. Come on. Like, he's in denial like 3 or 4 times in the whole comic, and it's just like, no, Rick, no. I mean, come on.
Most of us are Rick fans, right? Like, I'm number one.
Rick is the man. Yeah, so Rick is the man.
So you want to see Rick, just continue on, which at the end of the issue, he does. He says, come on, we've got work to do. Right? So that's where we leave off. So predictions.
Predictions. Well, if you've seen the cover of 168, you will see Negan standing, and you will see either possibly loyal subjects or people that he has brainwashed or threatened or whatever kneeling to him. That is the cover. That is the cover of 168, which we'll bring up right now.
Doesn't have the bat.
Oh, he doesn't.
He doesn't have the bat. Lucille's buried. Right. So we assume that they're saviors. We don't know.
We assume they're saviors. We really don't know yet. Yeah. And I honestly think that, I really don't know. I mean, it's just, one of the things that I want to bring up is there is a very big plot hole that we have not really got into and you've mentioned this before, is there's a specific character that when you see in 167, she is there and she knows Negan is there.
Can I just say it?
Here we go.
Just say it.
Just say it. This is my rant. These guys have heard me say this over and over again, and I don't know. Fucking punch me in the fucking face if I've missed it in the comics. No. But we have Maggie in the same location as everyone else, saying goodbye with Herschel, saying goodbye to Andrea, right? And then a couple panels later, we have Negan. Hi, Andrea.
Saying goodbye to Andrea.
Yeah, saying goodbye to Andrea, saying I wasn't supposed to be there, but you're a badass.
You're badass.
It would have been an honor. We've talked about this.
Yeah, we've talked about it in the review. Yeah.
But we have both of them in the same location. At what point are we going to get the confrontation of Maggie and Negan? Right?
Why is he still alive, Rick? Why is he not in jail? Why is he out?
And look, we even saw that from Rick when he said when the saviors came. And everyone else came to the gates. The zombies came in, right? The herd came in. But we heard the saviors come in, and we saw Rick say, where's Maggie? Maggie's not here, right?
Maggie's not here, right?
I mean, he didn't say that exactly, but you kind of got that feeling like
he wanted to make sure that she wasn't there.
He knows, right?
Right, yeah.
He knows what I know.
Exactly, yeah.
When are we gonna get it, Kirkman?
When are we gonna see?
When
are we gonna see it? I mean, Negan, literally killed her husband, and now she's in the same area where Negan is in. He's alive. He's out. He's helping Rick, and we don't know how Maggie feels about it.
And we've gotten that with other characters, right? Like a couple issues ago, we got Carl close to Negan.
Exactly.
And we know that Carl and Negan kind of have this...
They kind of have this weird relationship. Yeah, Negan loves Carl.
But we didn't get anything from Carl.
He didn't care. Yeah, we didn't see that. It was more about seeing his dad and Andrea or whatever. But
and that's for rightful reasons, right? You haven't seen your dad in a while. It's probably been months to
And Andrea's technically his mom.
And there's zombies going around. I mean, come on.
Right? They're trying
like, oh my god, I'm glad to see you, Dad. Like,
right? I mean, they're
we're
trying to
in an apocalypse here.
So let's get to predictions. What happens with Negan?
I truly think that Negan is going to... I think he's going to stay on. I think he's going to stay with the group. He's going to help them out.
Meaning at Rick's side.
At Rick's side.
Because we don't know yet.
Yeah, right? We don't know yet. But I honestly think that Negan, in kind of the background, he still has a plan.
But you get that, right?
He still has a plan.
You get that with two groups of fans. You get the fans that are diehard Negan fans.
Right, yeah.
That love his charisma.
I love his charisma. He's hilarious.
But at the same time, he's one badass.
Yeah, he's one.
That's the show.
He's one badass dude. But we really don't know what his true intentions are.
But he's one badass villain.
He is.
When you first met Negan, this was a force to be reckoned with.
And
I guess first of all, I will say it. I'm a Negan fan. Rick, Negan, was Andrea. That was my order.
Yeah.
But for Negan, right?
It was scary turning the page when Negan came up. When on the comic, it was like, oh, Negan's here he is.
Well, for you, right? Because you read it knowing Negan was coming.
Yeah.
But still, when I read it, Negan was he was the villain of... I almost thought he was worse than the governor, and the governor did some pretty...
Poor Michonne.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this dude killed Glenn.
Right.
So...
Yeah. And Maggie hasn't seen him since then. Maggie has no idea that, he was captured, he's in jail, he's alive. So, that's kind of what we're basically talking about is, my prediction really is, like I said again, is I think that Negan is going to, because he kind of opened up to Rick, talking about how he, survived, the apocalypse and the beginning of everything. And I think that he's going to, I believe, we'll find out, of course, is that he's going to stay with the group, with Rick.
So, and that's the thing, right? So if you haven't been reading the backstory of Negan, here's Negan on Image Plus. Do pick it up, do read it. It's an awesome read, and you get to see the backstory, and it does tie into the comic, which is great. But what else?
Here's Negan.
Here's Negan.
Yeah. Image Plus.
Image Plus.
Yep. But what else? So what about the Dwight aspect?
Well, my prediction for the next issue is Eugene. He's super sad that he almost caused Andrea's death. And
he's blaming himself, right?
I think that he could tie in with like the radio that came up. He's been talking to Ohio.
That was a big point.
Yeah. So that was in a couple issues ago.
Maybe
right?
that could be a prediction a couple issues down. But
we haven't seen. So we haven't seen anything from the radio.
Had that for a while. Yeah.
And let's fill them in. So a couple issues ago, we got some of the survivors were forced to go into the house, right, to Eugene's house, and they hear the radio. They see the radio. They hear the radio. They hear the response from Ohio, and we kind of left it at that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we don't know what's going to happen with that, but my guess is we may hear maybe Rick finding out about the radio.
Yeah.
Right?
I would think he's going to tell Rick about the radio. I mean, he's got to.
So, my prediction is that, Rick's going to rebuild, the community and try and, bring everyone together.
Mm-hmm.
And
just based upon his last comment, right?
Right.
Yeah. We have work to do.
Yeah, he literally said in 167, he turns to the group and says, "Follow me.
Follow me.
We've got work to do."
Right.
So
leaves it open for so many different parts.
Yeah.
So it really depends on what work do they have to do. Do they have to, they got to build up the walls more. They have to get rid of the saviors that are still lingering around.
But hold on. What if there's someone to stop him from doing that? What if
Dwight?
there's
Dwight or Negan.
And that's the aspect,
really don't
right?
know.
We don't know. We don't know what Dwight is obviously thinking, right?
What he's feeling.
We know that he feels...
he cares so much about his wife. Like, he
went
on Negan's side just kind of saved his wife.
Hold on, though. We know that she's a slut. Let's not sugarcoat this.
Right.
Negan even told him, dude, he even said in one panel, look how quickly she came crawling to me or some shit like that, right? Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, no offense, but
it's how it happened.
That's what Negan said,
right?
Yeah,
so we don't really know if Dwight is still, I mean, obviously he cares for her, it's his ex-wife, but we don't know, what kind of feelings, ex-wife.
Yeah, we don't know how Dwight is going. He knows that he sees that she's dead. He doesn't.
Does he blame Rick?
He doesn't know the true story. Okay, Rick went after her, but we don't know what his true intentions are. If he's going to stay loyal to the group or if he's going to abandon it.
Does he trust Rick?
Yeah. Does he think that he's just going to kill people on a whim? So
my prediction. He trusts Rick.
I believe Dwight is going to stay and trust Rick. He's going to be part of that group.
I do too. And here's why. Look, we've gotten a good 10, 15 issues now of Dwight really backing Rick, joining an army, looking for Rick's advice during the Whisperer War, being the front line for Rick. I can't see Dwight just abandoning Rick.
I don't think he's going to abandon him. I think he's going to have a hard time with it, and I think it may be like a couple panels with a conversation between him and Rick, like exactly what happened. What are your true intentions with Negan? Because that's the other thing is Dwight wants to know. He wants to kill Negan too. And he wants to know, why.
Well, he did.
Well, right? He did.
We don't know if he does anymore.
Well, he doesn't know if he does anymore. But I think there's still a lot of open plot points that Kirkman is going to let us know what's going to happen and what these individual characters feel, especially about Negan being there and alive. But also the rebuilding aspect.
Well, hold on a second, guys.
Yeah.
One thing you guys all forgot about are
Whispers.
Seriously, everyone, the Whispers are still out there.
Look, we know
they are out there.
We know Beta's bitch ass is still out there. Right?
They could make an appearance in the next issue. I
don't think so.
Nah,
I don't think still gonna just.
I don't think
they're still there though.
I don't think we're gonna see anything from the Whispers until
we haven't mentioned the Whispers.
True, that is true, but I really don't think we're gonna get anything from the Whispers for a couple more issues because I think they have to. We just got done from 167 from a major death scene. So now we're going to have to see the building blocks of what Rick and the group have to do to rebuild and to continue on from where they're at right now.
I agree.
Especially with Negan. Awesome. Especially with much going on.
Especially with Dwight, with Sherry, and Negan.
But I agree. I mean, we literally have a wall right now that's down in Alexandria. A massive wall. We obviously have to address to that. Right. I think the next issue we're going to kind of see some rebuilding. I think that we're gonna see Dwight. We're gonna see Dwight. Obviously, his decision.
Eugene will be in there.
But predictions. More. I would say.
It's really, Michonne will also.
Well, hold on.
She was on there.
Are we gonna see a burial scene?
Maybe. They might cut that out. I really don't know. No. I would think maybe they. I would think
as an important character as Andrea was, we should.
We should. But he could have left the entire issue for 167. That is his memorial to Andrea.
Maybe he just cuts it off at 167.
Cuts it off, and says, that's it. No, in between that time, there was the burial, but we really don't know. Yeah. So.
You are right on the burial.
Right. So, let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really all up in the air. We have gone back and forth together talking about it. And, of course, we're not going to know until 168 comes out.
Look, guys, it sucks, okay?
Waiting a month.
It sucks.
Remember the 25-cent issues where 2 came out in a month? That was great. Yeah, thanks, Kirkman.
So let us know your thoughts. Leave your comments below on what you think is going to happen in issue 168 of Road's End. We really look forward to knowing from you, what you guys have, your input. Right. It's important to us. It's important just as much as it is between us.
We love
definitely because we want to know exactly what other people think, and we can get into some good discussions in the comments to go, to kind of talk about it because everyone's going to be on edge wondering what this next issue is going to be about, especially from the cover, because we don't know if it's just a fluke to throw us off. We really don't know, and that's what's exciting. So
let's cheers it up.
Cheers to The Walking Dead.
Cheers it up to The Walking
Dead. Cheers to 168. Let us know what's going on. Nation. Let us know what's going on. We'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.
We're out.